A while ago I saw this game jam on itch.io called A Highly Unproductive Game Jam, where the goal was to make a game in the most unintuitive and artsy creative way possible. So, I decided to make a game about gingerbread unicorns, because why on earth not? So I started by making the gingerbread. The recipe for this was made by Domestic Gothess, and I've linked the recipe in the description. This part was probably one of the most fun parts of the process. So besides making the unicorns, I also made a couple of props, like flowers, buckets, and a well, as well as scenery objects like trees, flowers, and grass. It was pretty tricky to stop myself from eating all the gingerbread, but thankfully there was still enough. Another really fun part was icing the gingerbread and drawing little patterns on them. It did get a bit tedious because the icing was a bit too runny. I should have made it way thicker, but it still worked well enough. I was just using a really simple buttercream icing, and you can see me here making the unicorn, and the flowers. Building the world was also a lot of fun. Godot, the engine that I use, has a built-in tile map editor that does most of the heavy lifting for you, so you can focus on the creative stuff. Now, the coding took a little bit of time. I'm a bit of a messy coder, so please don't judge my code too harshly. I also wasn't really trying to go for the most neat or efficient code. I just wanted to make something that worked, and I think I succeeded in that. I also made my own sounds for the game as well. The footsteps that plays while walking was just me recording myself walking around outside. And whilst I was out, I recorded the wind rustling through the trees and the birds singing. And these are in the game to add ambience. I also recorded myself tapping a wine glass like I was about to give a toast, and I used this as the cliché "you collected something" sound. The movement and camera control scripts were a piece of cake, because this game is pretty simple in terms of gameplay and story. But also because I'd already written similar code for my previous games. The tricky part, however, was all the scripted events, where you met the unicorns and helped them in some way. And I had to keep testing the game over and over again to make sure each event played out the way it was supposed to. And when it didn't, it was back to coding, and rinse and repeat. But that's just kind of the story with game dev in general. And so, after much procrastination, I finished the game, although not in time for the game jam unfortunately. But honestly, I'm just glad to have it finished. The link will be in the description. I know I've left a long gap since I last posted again. I did have another video planned. It was supposed to come out before this, but I'm not really sure if I'm interested in it. It might come out at some point. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this. Please like, subscribe and comment down below. And rest assured there will definitely be another video at some point, although I can't say exactly when. But there will be another one, because I am really enjoying doing these videos. It just takes time to come up with interesting ideas, then film and edit everything, keep myself motivated, and I have to fit that around my job. But it is worth it in the end. Alright, see you later.